Get started. Good evening and
Yeah, my other
welcome
son.
to the Highland City Council early work session. Today is May the 13th at 6 p.m. And we're going to get started with the discussion of the selection of Mayor Pro Tem and Deputy Mayor Pro Tem. And throw it out there, people. Tell me what you think.
Yeah. As current Mayor Pro Tem, I'd like to suggest that Brian Fiorenza take over as Mayor Pro Tem.
Okay.
That's my input.
Okay.
I'd be honored to do it if y'all
Take that
voted.
and volley it over. Take that and volley it over.
Yeah.
I would like to recommend Robert to be Deputy Mayor Pro Tem.
I will say in my defense, I really knocked it out at the ROTC dinner.
Thank you,
We
Ron.
shook hands like a rock star.
Thank you. See, I knew you would do it.
Perfect pick. So I would also be honored to serve if you guys see fit. But
Okay, so we, any more discussion, but we don't do anything in here, we'll vote out on that. So
Yes.
I am good with working with any and all, so. Okay, well then, if that's, somebody will need to make the motions, and I guess we make it all in one. We don't have to be separate, right? We
Correct,
do-
you can make it all in one motion.
So that's, if there's not any other discussions, comments, okay, then we're moving on. Discuss nominating one candidate to a slate of nominees for the Denko Area 911 District Board of Managers. Angie?
So every year, we have a board member that their term expires, who serves on the Denko Board of Managers, Denko Area 911 Board of Managers. So this year, Ms. Sue Tamel, her term expires. And so we have solicited to see if there's anyone interested in the community that would like to serve. Lori has ran it quite a few times. It's on the website. I've had one inquiry and they did not submit any information to serve. So with that, I don't know if you guys are aware of anyone that might be interested, but we do have to submit a nomination. It'd have to be by formal action, which is later at the regular meeting, but there's an opportunity to discuss nominations. I don't know if any of you know of anyone or have anyone in mind, but we have not received any names of anybody that's interested.
And we don't have to nominate. We can still vote.
Yes,
Once the nominations come out, we will still be able, but we don't have to nominate.
right. This is where the municipalities also that are, that belong to the, that participate in that area, can submit nominations up until the end of May. And then their staff will take those nominations, compile everything, and put it back to the municipalities, allowing them an opportunity to vote later in the summer. So you would still have that opportunity even if you chose or did not nominate anyone.
Do either of our chiefs have recommendations or know anybody?
I don't.
Apparently he does.
So, I know when we did this a couple of years ago, we had checked with them as well, and neither one at that time had anyone that might.
None of their staff have interest in doing it either then. Here he is.
We are discussing the Denko Area 911 District Board of Managers. We have an opportunity to nominate someone should there be anyone in the community that's interested. We've opened it up and no one has applied or indicated that they would like to serve. So the question is, are you aware of anybody that might be interested in serving?
Mary used to be on the board, right?
She still is. Her term is expiring this year.
Does she still want to be? Does anyone know?
She normally, in the past, she has always reached out, contacted me, and then I saw her last night, and she did not, so didn't say anything about it, and I think if she wanted to, and she got some health issues, so.
Because I would say yes, but without doubt, she's been great, supportive,
Right,
knows
absolutely.
a lot behind the scenes for the whole system. Just randomly pick, don't have anybody in mind for this quick. I just don't.
Says Ms. Timwell, is it even possible for us to nominate her if she had the interest?
If she was interested, it would, yeah.
Even if her
Yes.
term is, there's not a term limit to her.
No, there's no term limit. She's
But I just
So
been serving for
maybe
quite some
that-
time.
Is it possible, her understanding is it's expiring and she's not gonna be,
Who
okay.
knows? She knows.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, we, obviously don't have anybody, we don't have to take action. It is on the action agenda, but we will just, we'll just take, when we get to that, we'll just, no action. Since nobody has applied, and when is because we don't have another meeting, I know it's gonna surprise y'all, until June the 10th, I think.
The nominations have to be submitted to DENCO by the end of this month. Which is why I was on the agenda for this meeting. We have solicited, I mean, we have put information out there to try to see if anybody in the community is
I've
interested.
seen it, and I don't even have social media, and you put it everywhere.
Okay,
No, it's been out
thank
there,
you.
it's been in the water bill and the newsletter, it's been in everything, so. All right. well, then we
And I
just
will
take
say,
action.
I want to say there might have been a year that, since I've been here, that maybe we didn't nominate. We just voted. I'm not sure what the reasoning behind that was, it's been a while. Typically, we've nominated, but not every single time, so.
When do we vote, like vote?
It'll be in the later this summer.
Well, then we'll have a slate to look at.
Yeah,
Right.
then we'll,
Right.
Then
yeah,
we can do our homework there. Let the other cities do the hard work.
I agree. Okay, so when we
Okay.
get to that point, we'll just, if everybody is in agreement, we'll just consensus, just do no action. Okay, clarification of consent or action items on today's city council meeting. Anybody have anything? Clarification on?
I have a question. How do you pronounce Officer Thompson's first name?
You'll hear that tonight at the, I can tell you.
And Daryl, his brother Daryl?
Ibn.
Benham,
Ibn.
okay. I mean, nothing, I just was like, I know it's got a pronunciation, it's not Ib, right?
And I think he's gonna tell a little story behind that too. So.
Okay, perfect. That's all I have, just didn't wanna.
Okay, anybody else have anything? All right. Seeing none, we're going to close session.
Oh, no, okay. Food's here, y'all, if you
Mayor, with all
can
respect,
eat it.
would you wanna grab food and then let us do our presentation while you're eating?
Yeah,
Because,
that'd be great. And if y'all want to get, if staff can get their food
and I've asked, if you don't mind, I've already cleared with Paul, but it's up to your decision. Anything you talk about can affect some of the department heads with some of the security measures that we use and their support back and forth to the city. So if they wanted to stay, I don't have a problem with it.
council, does anybody have
Wait, what item is this?
number, B,
Item B.
number 4B?
Oh, sorry, I was like, when you asked the others could stay, and I'm like, you just confused me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, does
It's
council,
up
does
to you.
anybody have, I mean, I'm fine with staying.
Okay with it.
Okay, everybody give me a thumbs up or it's not your hand. Okay, then we will, before we go in, let's all, everybody can get food,
Take a short
and
recess.
then we'll eat during
No,
the session. We're gonna close, no, I don't,
You still need to read,
I'm not,
are you gonna do it when you come back from?
yeah, but if we do it right now, then we're going to run out, right? We can.
That's fine,
Okay.
you wanna
It's
do
going,
it?
I mean, if everybody's staying, it's not like
That's
you
right,
gotta
that
share
is true.
everybody out
That's
where
what
you're
I
getting
heard,
food, so.
We are going in closed session, hold a closed meeting in accordance with the following sections of Texas Government Code, section 551.071, consultation with city attorney concerning pending or contemplated litigation, and section 551.089, deliberation regarding security devices or security audits. And the time is, I don't know what time, 6:10.
fun. This show's got like 14 seasons, and there's like
meeting. Today is, there I am. Today is May 13th. It is 7 p.m. We're starting on time tonight. It's a first in a long time for our people that come normally. So we are going to get started. Let's call the meeting to order. Let the record show all council members are present. And Mayor Pro Tem Kixmiller is going to lead us in prayer and our pledges.
Please join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you with grateful hearts for the privilege of serving this community. Thank you for the blessings you have bestowed upon our city, our residents, and those who work on our behalf. Grant us wisdom and discernment as we gather to make decisions that will shape the lives of those who are called to serve. Dear Heavenly Father, please be with our leaders as they work for world peace. I know our president is in the Middle East, but help guide his team in trying to find a path to peace in the wars that are going on. Also, please be with our new Pope, representing 1.5 billion citizens of the world, but also being a citizen of the United States. Be with him as he endeavors on one of the greatest challenges any single person could undertake. Guide us, Lord, to act in compassion, humility, and unity as we seek the good of all. Help us lead our hearts that reflect your love and your grace. Bless this meeting, our city, and all those who call it home. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Please stand for the pledges.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. Okay. Before we get started, I would like to just take a moment and congratulate our council members, Brian Fiorenza, Kevin Cox, and Rhonda Hurst on their re-elections. Welcome back. We were fortunate and we were able to cancel the election this year, and so congratulations and welcome back. I look forward to another year serving with you. So, all right. So the next thing on the agenda is selection of mayor pro tem and deputy mayor pro tem. We kind of talked about that in early work session. Does anybody want to make a motion for,
Madam Mayor, I would like to make a motion.
okay.
I'd like to move that we ask Brian Fiorenza to act on our behalf as Mayor Pro Tem, and that we also ask Robert Feaster to take the position of Deputy Mayor Pro Tem.
Okay, so council, we have a motion for Brian Fiorenza for mayor pro tem and Robert Feaster for deputy mayor pro tem. Do I have a second?
I second.
Okay, Rhonda. Okay, thank you. All right, and all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Carries 7-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for your service. Mayor and council reports on items of community interest pursuant to Texas Government Code, Section 551.0415. Council, does anybody have anything they would like to mention, bring up? Well, I know it's going to be mentioned, but we have our Celebrate Highland Village coming up on June 14th, so I'll just put a plug in right now for that, and then I know it's going to come up again, probably in the video and several other places, but
Is the fire truck thing coming up in the video?
is the fire truck pool coming up in the video?
Thumbs up over back there, yes.
So
Fire truck, okay, look at that.
we'll do a plug out to, and challenge our nearby councils, Louisville and Flower Mound, if you're watching and you're listening. There is a fire truck pool, and council is going to put a team together, right, council?
Yep.
Yes, I love your excitement and enthusiasm. So Louisville and Flower Mound, y'all put your teams together and let the best team win. So, okay. Anybody else have anything? All right, well, we're going to move on. We have a presentation of a proclamation designating National Police Week. Chief? I guess all of them if they want.
Police officers, artillery.
Thank you. I didn't wear something without a pocket. So you get the, thank goodness, and they print this in big letters for me, so.
Why do they always have to take pictures on this side?
Oh,
Yeah, fill in the gaps here. Nobody needs to see this. Come on, fill it all in.
well, I'll get out of the way in just a
More?
second. So, all right. Whereas there are more than 800,000 law enforcement officers serving in communities across the United States, including the dedicated members of the Highland Village Police Department. And whereas since the first recorded death in 1786, almost 23,785 law enforcement officers in the United States have made the ultimate sacrifice and been killed in the line of duty. And whereas the name of these dedicated public servants are engraved on the walls of the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial in Washington, D.C., whereas 343 new names of fallen officers are being added to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial this spring, including 148 officers killed in 2024. And whereas the service and sacrifice of all of our officers killed in the line of duty will be honored during the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund's 37th Annual Candlelight Vigil on the evening of May 13th, 2025. And whereas the Candlelight Vigil is a part of National Police Week, which will be observed this year from May 11th through the 17th, 2025. In addition, May 15th, 2025 is designated as Peace Officers Memorial Day in honor of all fallen officers and their families, and the U.S. flags should be flown at half-staff. Now, therefore, I, Charlotte Wilcox, Mayor of the City of Highland Village, do hereby proclaim May 11th through the 17th, 2025 in Highland Village as National Police Week, and publicly salute the service of our law enforcement officers in our community and in the communities across the nation. Thank you all. Thank you all for everything that you do. Thank you doesn't seem to be enough, but that's what we got, and we appreciate all of you.
And I know we should have everybody together.
Oh,
Everybody kind of double up.
How about I get in the back?
Yeah, closer.
Turn sideways.
Come on.
And hold on, Lori, before you take off, I'm going to have Chief Stewart take this in front of the mayor, too. Same spots.
Oh. Okay. Hey, Chief.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief. Thanks, Mark. All right, and I think, Chief, do you want to say anything? Because you're next on the agenda.
We're just blessed with the great support from the city. Wish there were more people from the city who would be here also. It's amazing that we can get this many officers here at a night's council meeting, since we are a small department. And just thank you again so much for the support. Tonight is, as we're going through our recruitment and whatnot, there just aren't enough people who want to be police officers anymore. So it's tough, but thank you. With that, can I jump right into the next
You
one?
can, yeah.
So
You have
what
a
an honor.
swearing in.
Yeah, what an
Right.
honor to be present or have your swearing in during National Police Week.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
So we're going to call up, I know it says Ibn, but I asked him personally, we're going to swear him in as Daryl, and I have asked him previously to explain that story behind the name, and he will. So I'm going to call him up. Daryl? I don't know if I've ever said this before, it's so overwhelming to do this presentation. It's happy, but it's also sad because we had to replace someone. So it's like, but yay. That's how I need to end, on a high note, right?
That's right.
So thanks. All right, raise your right hand.
Oh,
I, Daryl Thompson,
I, Darrell Thompson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of
Office of Police Officer,
State of Texas,
State of Texas,
City of Highland Village,
City of Highland Village,
and I will, to the best of my ability,
and I will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the laws of Texas,
the laws of Texas,
the ordinances of Highland Village,
the ordinances of Highland Village,
and the policies and philosophies of the Highland Village Police Department.
and the policies and philosophies of the Highland Village Police Department.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I'm going to call his wife April up to pin the badge on, and feel free to invite any of your other guests up here also to take some pictures, be part of this process. When we're finished with that, then I'll just have Daryl, talk about himself and the people that who's come here to support him in his new endeavors in Highland Village.
that's a really long pin.
Just push it. Oh, it's a new shirt too.
We do have Stop the Bleed kits around, right?
We have what?
Stop the Bleed kits?
Yeah, and we have
Okay.
fire department here. He can help.
Okay.
Easily practice.
There.
Good. Invite anybody else up for pictures?
Yeah.
Family, friends? Tell us who they are, please.
All right, so this lovely lady right here, this is my mother, Remy.
Oh,
This is Jesse and Hilda Montalvo. They're close friends of our family. They've known me since I was a little guy.
Wow.
oh. Oh, don't stop.
Your opportunity.
good evening. I appreciate all of you taking the time to include me. I know you all have got other things to do, but just a little bit about myself. Served 3 years in the United States Army. I've been a peace officer in Texas for just over 4 years. Started my career at UT Southwestern Police Department. I was there for about a year, and then I decided I wanted to do some bigger and better things. Then I went to Southern Methodist University Police Department. I was there for 3 years, served in various roles, got a whole bunch of different opportunities. Got to do protective details for former President Bush and the First Lady Bush. I've held different roles, including as a training officer and as a tactical officer. And towards the end of my tenure at SMU, I figured it was time for me to, again, make a move to bigger and better things. I decided to come to Highland Village because I met some of the officers from this department in a training class, and because of their professional demeanor, I decided this was probably the place that I'd want to go to. And now here I am, and I hope that I can put my abilities to use serving y'all and serving the public here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And just about my name, my first name is Ibn, but I go by Daryl just because after 30 years of hearing people say Isaac and Ivan and all kinds of stuff like that, it just gets really old. So I just figured I'll just go by Daryl. Just makes things a little easier. Again, thank you for your time.
Oh, absolutely. Welcome to the family.
Yes,
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, council, and citizens. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we have,
Yeah, I was going to say, you're forgetting the most important part.
Goodness. Gotta have the
Right,
wife here
yes,
to
you did.
remind me. So, April, could you come back up here, please? And the wives for Highland Village.
and bring Daryl back too.
And what?
And bring Daryl back too.
Oh, Daryl, come on back up too. It's her moment now, but
It's
Well, I
the-
know, but he
back
needs to
up.
be, he,
He's
we
an
started this,
accessory for this one.
yeah.
in the last year, the wives approached me too and wanted to be able to welcome wives or significant others or spouses because that's exactly, she knew I was going to say it. So we cannot be who we are without them.
Amen.
So thank you.
April, on behalf of Highland Village, police spouses, we want to welcome you to our people.
Yeah.
You know, we can have a professional kid as photo bombers.
You're welcome. Perfect. So we have city manager and staff reports.
Just a couple of items. First, Phase 1 water conservation is in effect now through September 30th. And during Phase 1, there is no outside watering between the hours of 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., but hand watering is allowed at any hour. Variances to this regulation may be granted by permit only, available at the municipal complex at the inspections permits counter. Users of private well water or lake water for irrigation are required to post a sign indicating so in a conspicuous location. Hand washing of vehicles is permitted, providing there's no wasteful runoff. More details can be found on the city website by selecting the water conservation link in the image carousel. Highland Plaza, which is the shopping center at the corner of FM 407 and Selmeyer Lane, is under new ownership. You may have noticed some work being done there. The new owners are providing updates to the facade and landscaping and hope to create a better setting for a better tenant mix there. And Deli 6 has announced that it has purchased a Lost Colony building and will relocate its restaurant to that location. Deli 6 owners say the new space will feature larger seating capacity, private event areas for parties and meetings, and a warm, elegant design that blends cultural heritage with modern flair. And they hope to be open later this summer. And that is all I have.
All right, thank you. We don't have a, we have a, big-
We do have the.
do we have one?
Join us as we kick off summer at Celebrate Highland Village on June 14th at Doubletree Ranch Park. This all-day event has it all. In the morning, we have a 5K and fishing derby. Then at 11, we will have our first ever fire truck pull to support Special Olympics Texas athletes. Then, come out that night again to Doubletree for a concert in the park with Journey tribute band Escape. To top the night off, we will have our fireworks extravaganza. Food trucks will be on site. Check hbparks.com for the full schedule, and we will see you at Doubletree Ranch Park on June 14th for Celebrate Highland Village. Camp Highland Village kicks off on June 2nd. Brought to you by Kid Venture, Camp Highland Village takes place at Doubletree Ranch Park Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. With games, the splash pad, and activities, you can choose from several different sessions to find the right one for you. For more information, schedule, and to sign up, visit hbparks.com. Join us at Doubletree Ranch Park this Friday, May 16th, as we have a movie in the park showing PG-13 movie Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Films begin at dark. Food trucks and yard games will be on site. Don't forget your chair or blanket. Thank you for joining us for this Village Report. See you next time.
Perfect. Okay. And now we have visitor comments. Come on up, state.
Visitor and video.
State your name and address for the record.
Yes, Jennifer Lane, and I'm a resident of Denton, Texas, 76205 is my zip. And you may remember me from a couple of weeks ago. I wanted to, first of all, congratulate any who have been elected this round, so thank you for that. It's a hard work. And then also congrats on your Mayor Pro Tem announcement. I wanted to underscore some of the remarks that I made last time, because now I have visited for the first time this year Pilot Knoll, and here's my one time and parking pass to go in for an hour. I think we were there for a little bit over an hour to paddle surf, which is what we usually do. And I took a picture of the sign, and I noticed that should somebody wish to camp there, there's a $10 difference between residents and non-residents for camping. There's $25 resident and non-resident during April 1st through September 30th, and then off-season it's $20 resident and $30 non-resident. But for entry into the park, for seniors for a half year, which is what my husband and I usually want to purchase, it's the same price for residents as a one-time $15 1.5 hours visit. So that's an $85 difference between what we are asked to pay to go in from time to time to paddle surf and what a senior resident would be asked. My husband and I should mention, I'm 70, he's 65, and we like to stay as active as we can. It was a little windy for me the other day. He stayed up, I had to sit. But so I'm asking you to please apply the varying prices that you do for non-residents, even if it's a little higher. It seems to me that an $85 difference of the $100 a year for a non-resident pass versus a resident senior half-year pass, which is what we'd like to get, even if it's $10 more like the camping fee, we would certainly be happy to pay it. Or something similar for the, I think the whole year senior pass is $25. If that too were a small overage to for non-residents, particularly very minimal use non-residents or minimal use residents. I don't know if you have a tiered system. I don't think so. So we come in with our little car and our boards on top, put them in the water, take them out, pick up litter on our way out, and come maybe once every couple of weeks, or at the most. In fact, this summer we'll be gone most of the summer. But we're charged $85 more than seniors in Highland Village. And that seems a bit high compared to the camping, the stress on the land from camping, if I may say. So I'm hoping that you'll get that onto your agenda, or just, if you're able to do it, if you're able to simply give the park ranger instructions to apply a similar fee structure to us non-residents, minimal use visitors, we'd appreciate it a lot.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank
85
you.
seems high
Thank
when
you.
camping is 10.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have, are there any others? Nope. Okay. Then we have consent agenda. All the items on the consent agenda are considered for approval by a single motion. Vote without discussion. Each council member has the option of removing an item from this agenda so it may be considered separately, and/or adding any item from the action agenda to be considered as part of the consent agenda items. Council, does anybody wish to move anything? Okay. Number 12, consider approval of minutes of the regular city council meeting held on April 22nd, 2025. 13, consider ordinance 2025-1324, amending the City Code of Ordinances, Chapter 2, by adding Section 2.02.003, termination of campaign treasurer appointment relating to an inactive candidate or political committee, second and final read. 14, receive investment reports for quarter ending March 31st, 2025. And 15, receive budget reports for period ending March 31st, 2025. Council, do I have a motion? Mr. Feaster?
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to make the motion that we approve consent agenda items 12, 13, 14, and 15 as read.
Okay, Council, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Cox. Okay, so Council, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Carries 7-0. Number 16, we did meet in closed session, but there was no action taken. So, and Council, in 17, we discussed in early work session, and we're going to take no action on 17. And we'll wait for the slate of nominees to come out and vote at the appropriate time. So, number 18, consider Resolution 2025-3186, awarding and authorizing a contract with Dickerson Construction Company for the construction of the asbestos concrete water line replacement project. Mr. Kristen.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. The Texas Commission on Environmental Quality requires water systems to replace existing AC asbestos cement water lines as part of their maintenance programs. And the city has been doing this for years. So back in February 13, 24, City Council action approved engineering task order to design this AC water line replacement project. We designed it. We put it out to bid. It consists of streets that are going to precede the phase 3 of the street reconstruction project. So we're going to dig them up before we dig up the street and replace water lines, and then we'll go in and redo the streets, which is already an approved project. We bid the project, opened bids on May 6th. We received 7 bids. The lowest responsible bidder was Dickerson Construction Company at $1.9 million. This is considered a good bid. It's within budget. And Dickerson has performed many projects in the city in the past. It's been several years ago since they've won a bid in the city, but they have performed many projects similar to this in the city. At this time, I'll take any questions.
Council, does anybody have any questions?
What's the time for construction? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
What's the time of construction then?
This one, I believe, has 180 days.
Mr. Kristen, I see we received 7 bids. Is that higher than you would have anticipated? Is it lower? Is it right on target with what?
There were 11 plan holders. It's actually pretty good that we actually get 7 responses.
It seems like more than we usually get. But yeah.
It's a good project. It's a big project.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? Okay. Mr. Feaster?
I'm just going to do it all today. That's fine.
Okay, that's good.
I'll make the motion that we approve Resolution 2025-3186, awarding and authorizing a contract with Dickerson Construction Company for construction of the asbestos concrete water line replacement project.
Awesome. Council, we have a motion. Do I have a second? Mr. Fiorenza.
Yeah, I'll second.
Perfect. Thank you. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Carries 7-0. We have number 19, consider resolution 2025-3187, authorizing a task order with Schaumburg and Polk, Inc. for professional engineering services for the Copperish Branch Lake Lift Station Design Project. Did I say that name right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. The city is served by 10 lift stations that are strategically placed throughout the city due to our topography. All the way from Castlewood, it flows to the east into 310 Highland Village Road, which is known as Doubletree Ranch Park. I'm sure everybody's seen the lift station that's in the southeast portion of the property, right on Copperish Lake. It's been there for as long as I've been here. A little bit of history, I guess, is due. So the city, since the 1960s to the mid-90s, late 90s, had a contract with the city of Louisville to provide wastewater service and flow to their reclamation plant in the city of Louisville. The city approached Louisville and asked for an increase in our subscription, and they said, sure, but you build everything, and then you have to have a plan to get off of our system within 20 years. Well, that wasn't going to work. So at that particular point in time, the Upper Trinity Regional Water District was forming, and the city became the first member of the Upper Trinity. They were going to serve Denton County municipalities with water and wastewater service because the city of Dallas, although they do encroach into Denton County, did not want to add infrastructure to support or serve any other cities in Denton County. And they're serving Carrollton and Flower Mound now, and I believe maybe the Colony. So we were the first member of the Upper Trinity. It took them a little while to get their infrastructure installed. They purchased the reclamation plant from Lake Dallas, which is over off of 2181, I believe it is, on the east side of Lake Dallas. And pipelines were laid. Member cities started to join. They started to treat wastewater. The city started out with a 1.8 million gallon per day subscription. Subsequently, we reduced that subscription to 1.614 million gallons a day. And then we had another amendment to the contract where we added 60 acres in the town of Double Oak to flow through our city and make it to the Upper Trinity reclamation plant through our infrastructure. And that's still valid. It is basically the church in the 60 acres that's at 407 in Chin Chapel. In the commercial area that comes to their eastern border, which is Chin Chapel. They do not take all the capacity that's available in the city's infrastructure. If anybody else wanted to join in there, we would be open to it. However, we would have to reactivate some old infrastructure that the city has decommissioned over the years. We spend a lot of money on wastewater. Our average for repairs is $250,000 a year that we pay the Upper Trinity because the city pays for everything. We pay for the electric, we pay for the repairs, we pay for pumps, motors, electrical, everything. Yet we don't really have control over that lift station anymore. So talk to them. They're willing to give it back to us. No questions asked. They don't want it because it's becoming a maintenance issue. And matter of fact, they submitted, or they were going to submit a $780,000 project to the city this year to do some upgrades on the electrical system and the wet well seal code itself in there. So that being said, the city identified this station years ago, prior to 2014, which is around the time that the city acquired the Doubletree Ranch property. And we had to plat that property once we acquired it. It was some kind of a governmental purchase of the property. When we platted it, we platted it as Doubletree Ranch Park Edition, and I don't know, up in the, well, that don't work.
Lori, that screen's out. I'm not sure. Oh, okay.
Oh.
You got a blue screen on the other screen. This area right here is where the existing lift station is now. This whole square, kind of odd shape, just south of the existing pond, is identified as a utility easement and future lift station. So we identified it in the plat in 2014 that this would be the new lift station site for that. It's out of the 537, has a lot of freeboard, so it should not ever get flooded out. The existing lift station has come inches from being flooded out. The water, when the lake got up to 537.3 mean sea level, the waves were lapping on the wet well cover. We were not comfortable. So this has been identified for many years. We're going ahead and pull the trigger to do the engineering design and avoid the $780,000 cost that the Upper Trinity wants to do. And then when we build the new lift station, our maintenance cost will decrease significantly. Of course, they'll increase over time as the lift station gets older. That's the age of infrastructure. Another reason that we're wanting to move forward now is our trunk main that we installed along the lake shore in 1993 took out 11 lift stations, which was very, very good for us. However, one of the things that was overlooked at that time was the rim elevation of some of the manholes compared to the capacity of the Lift Station 1 wet well. So the Lift Station 1 wet well cannot operate in its full capacity. As it gets close to being full, roughly 80% full, we will daylight wastewater out of 2 of the manholes for sure that are along the lake shore. And that's considered a sanitary sewer overflow, and TCEQ does not fare well with those because you have to report them, and then if you get it damage, you have to mitigate and clean it. So we would make this lift station about 10 foot deeper, so the wastewater would drop into a wet well, and as well as start a pre-treatment process. As I explained earlier, the wastewater comes from Castlewood subdivision all the way over to the east side at Doubletree Ranch development. It takes about 7 hours. That's about as long as it takes for wastewater to start to go septic. Septic wastewater is not good. It's hard to treat. And you have to have some special provisions, so we can install some measures to mitigate the wastewater from going septic in the new lift station, and pump fresh sewerage to the reclamation plant. I guess this is about as clean as you can say it. So This is an aerial photograph of the existing lift station, which is here. Our easement is basically all this area here. So the new lift station is identified to go right in this area here. Again, it is identified in the utility CIP. It will be considered in the bond issue that we're going to propose this year to fund the construction. And that's my spiel. I'll take any questions you might have. Oh, I think I put another picture. There's our reclamation plant that we pay for in Lake Dallas.
Rhonda?
That's me.
What's the daily flow to the lift station?
Right now is 800,000 gallons.
And then what is the OPC?
I'm sorry, say
Give you an
again.
I know they haven't designed it, but have they given you an OPC of the cost to put in this lift station, just what it's running these days?
We've earmarked a little over $2.5 million.
Okay.
Brian, you have a question?
You referenced flowage from town of Double Oak.
Yes.
Through the system. Do they pay any service fees or are they responsible for anything that goes through the system?
Yes, they had to get a contract with the Upper Trinity, so they pay their whatever fees they acquire. But going through the city of Highland Village, they pay I believe it's a 14 cent per 1,000 gallon flowage charge. So we're getting, basically we get a refund. Is that right? It's 14 cents? Do you remember? I think it's 14 cents per 1,000 gallons. They're not flowing that much. There's just not that much flow over there. Matter of fact, the metering station was at the entry point at Buffalo Wild Wings on the corner of 407 and Chin Chapel, and it had a partial flume as a metering device, which didn't work, and I know I'm getting into the weeds. So we took that metering device out, and now we just go off of water meter flows that the town of Double Oak is metering.
Yeah, thank you.
Which is an acceptable alternative.
Robert, you have a question?
Yeah, I did. So, Scott, you said the Upper Trinity is planning to make repairs to that lift station for the cost of $780,000 for fiscal year 25-26.
Right.
By us potentially undergoing this action, are they going to forego those repairs?
We have put a stop to it, yes.
Okay, so we're not going to double spend it. Okay.
No, sir.
And then, what's the timing? I mean, this is dependent on a bond, right? So, a couple of years out at this point?
No, we can have it designed by the end of summer and have it bid and under construction this late winter.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, anybody?
Sorry,
go ahead.
just clarify for me. So it's not a new bond we'd have to issue for this, right?
It will be. Yeah. New bond, we're going to propose utility and street bond coming forward in September.
Okay, thank you. That answers that.
Okay. Is it council, does anybody else have any questions? John? No? All right, well, no more questions. I'll entertain a motion.
I will make a motion.
Thank you.
That we approve Resolution 2025-3187, authorizing a task order with Schomburg and Polk for professional engineering services for Copper Branch Lake Lift Station Design Project.
Thank you. We have a motion, council. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, thank you, Mr. Feaster. We have a motion and a second. No further discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Okay. Carries 7-0. All right, moving to status reports on current projects and discussion of future agenda items. Council, does anybody have anything? No?
Yes, I would, if we can, please. We had discussed, first of all, I'd like to know if the, and I think I saw it on the presentation, the DoubleTree splash pads will be open this summer. There's not a delay there.
Correct. Memorial Day weekend is when we open the splash pad.
Okay. Okay. We had talked about on several occasions, I believe that Mr. Kicksmiller had asked for an update on the Pilot No Park project.
Yes.
And a full scope of the work.
Yes, and we are working on that. We had hoped we could have had it at this meeting, but it was a little more in-depth. So we are shooting, Phil, we're still shooting for one of the meetings in June to do that.
First meeting in June.
Okay, good. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else have anything? All right, well, Council, you know, at the last meeting, we canceled the May 27th meeting, so our next meeting will be June the 10th, and you all will be able to won't have to wear your suit and ties for the summer attire, so that should all make you happy.
And this is the last year we're doing that, right?
No, it's not. You will continue to dress as long as I'm here.
After Easter, we can go to...
No, you can, after Easter, you can wear white shoes, but you don't have to wear a suit and tie at the next meeting, so we'll be in summer attire. Please no flip-flops or shorts, okay? My dad always said you dress to the importance of the meeting, and that's why we dress
Summer,
to
though.
summer attire.
Just
so
hear up.
it's whatever.
Like the newscaster.
There you go. All right. Okay, well, if nobody else has anything, we know the Dallas Stars are playing right now, so we are adjourned at 7:44.
Great.